What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG Career Mode, episode 41. Loads to get through, and we start with this. Transfer deadline day with 10 mil in the budget. Whereas we've just been drawn against Man City away in the Carabao Cup, we're going to do absolutely nothing on deadline day. Not one single transfer. We need to make sure we've got enough depth playing in the Conference League this year. Thursday night football, first time ever in Europe. Not much money remaining anyway, so my opinion, best thing to do, let it carry over until the new season. So, top deals on deadline day, as you'll see. Wow, Kante, what an interesting career path he's had. Now buying to Liverpool for 98.3 mil. Kante off to RB Leipzig for 96.3 mil. And that is a new gen there, who I'm not sure who he'd be the new gen of, or the region of, I should say, going to Arsenal. I always said there's a point in the save where it becomes a bit regen heavy. We're approaching it. We're not there yet, we're approaching it. But as the Conference League, we've been drawn against. Here we go, in the league phase. Ah, it's not there yet. Well, I know it's been drawn because I've got the match rescheduled email. So in the Conference League we'll have, okay, so we're starting off with Roma away. That's a really tough opener. Hajduk split the Croatian side. Then we've got Istanbul Başakşehir here. I love taking on Irish teams. Shamrock Rovers at home. Then in December, Bromby away. St Mirren away in Scotland. That's an interesting one. And our final two? Oh no, that's it. I thought there was two more, that's it. Oh, of course, it's 6 in the Conference League, isn't it? And 8 in the Europa League and the Champions League. My mistake. But hopefully no mistakes in this one, because before our Conference League opener away at Roma, we've got some big games in the Premier League. Starting with this, newly promoted Ipswich Town coming to Devon. We're on the back of back-to-back wins to start the league season off. I want to keep this 100% start going for as long as possible. Tractor boys in town. Come on, the Pilgrims. Yeah, excellent start to the season for the Pilgrims, but let's not forget we did the exact same thing last year, and then ended up tanking it from February onwards. So let's keep our feet on the ground. Good start, but you got to maintain it. That's Marico. Slides it through to Robert Barr. Already one goal for the season. Mateus Fernandez plays him through for possibly his second. But instead he'll say, nope, I'm going to give it to my big bro. The Togolese too. Once again combining. Plymouth in front. Kante second of the year. And it's those two again. I love them. What's a prince to a king? Well, in this Plymouth side, it's a loyal teammate. This is not a Neymar Messi situation where after several years of feeling as though he's always in the shadow, Barr's going to want to step out and go elsewhere on a big money move. No. He's going to coexist with Kante. A superstar teammate as Morgan almost scored a screamer. Free to play, but I think that's going to do it. Plymouth with our third win in a row to start the league season off. 2 clean sheets in 3 as well. And an almost perfect start to our 4th year in the Premier League. Laying down the intention, I want top 4 this year. Yep, 2nd year in a row, the Pilgrims have flown out of the blocks. But unlike last season, we've got to make sure we keep this run going for as long as possible. Next up, match day 4, Wolves away at Molineux. Come on, the Pilgrims. Yeah, we absolutely tanked in the 2nd third of last season, and we never really recovered. We picked up a few wins here and there in the final 12 games or whatever it was, but we never really recovered. And so for this season, I'm worried about the same kind of thing happening again. So that the more wins we can get early doors, the longer we can keep the streak going for, the healthier position we'll be in to deal with any kind of collapse in form. Poor form happens to everyone, but if you put yourself in a good position early doors, the fall off won't be as bad, if that makes sense. Because that way you've got a cushion. Do you know what I mean? Like at that point, you might only get, let's say, I don't know, hypothetically 3 wins in your final 9 games or something. But it might still be enough to get you over the line because of the wins you picked up earlier in the season. Anyway, it's still tied at 0-0. 24 in. Fernandez finds Hayden Hackney. And the club record signing. Lifts it. Great delivery. Kante, can he get there? Oh my goodness. Haaland-esque effort. Just couldn't get it goal bound. And even though we got that Carabao Cup last 16 game in the week against Manchester City, we might be the holders, but as much as I'd like to retain it, I'm going to say sod it. Sod it. I'm going to put a backup side out there for that game. Most likely lose at the Etihad. Because it's going to be our 4th and lowest priority this season. Yes! Behind the Conference Leagues, it's our first ever year in Europe, the FA Cup, and of course this, the Premier League, our top priority. Top 4 this year, boys. Top 4, that's what we're going for. One of my absolute favourite sayings. You know I'm a sucker for quotes. Is there are no losses in life, only lessons to learn. And after last season, it felt like a massive loss tanking towards the end of the year and missing out on the Champions League. But to me, it's not a loss, it's an experience and a lesson that we are going to learn from. This year, it ain't happening again. If we get ourselves into a comfortable position, we ain't going to let it drop again. Yep, last year we were performing well above expectations to be in the top 4 as long as we were. This year, top 4 is the expectation. A dream start for the Pilgrims, 4 wins in 4, 3 clean sheets in 4, and flying out the Brocs. Feels like deja vu. Only this season, we got to keep it going. Although I'm pretty sure our first loss of the season is going to come here, because whilst we might be the holders, I'm throwing a backup side out there for this one, as it's our lowest priority this year. Carabao Cup last 32 away against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. I do my best with the backup brigade, but I don't mind one bit if we go out tonight. Far bigger fish to fry this season. Yeah, far bigger fish to fry this season. And again, because it's our first season in Europe, I'd probably put the Conference League and the Carabao Cup around the same level of prestige, if you will. But because this is our first season in European football, I really want to win it. As Haaland's through for the opener. And Man City got a strong lineup out there. So even if we had our strongest lineup out there, we still might lose this game anyway. So no, let the boys recover. Let the boys rest for the Premier League game on the weekend. Go for our 5th straight in the league. And get this competition out of the way. I mean, there's, like I said, far bigger fish to fry. You've got to pick your battles. Actually, that's a great question now. What would you rather win, the Conference League or the Carabao Cup? That's a great football debate, that, because I'd say they're of relatively similar prestige, the two competitions. Obviously, the Conference League's a new competition, so it's going to take some time to gain some reputation. However, it is worth pointing out, it's a qualifier. It's a qualifier for the Europa League, which is UEFA's silver competition, whereas the Carabao Cup's a qualifier for the Conference League, which is the bronze competition. But then again, the Carabao Cup's got more what you call reputation, more history. It's a good debate. What would you rather win, the Conference League or the Carabao Cup? We'll be going for the former, and we won't be able to retain the latter. Haaland's got his second, and that is going to do it. Man City going through. Yeah, backup side out there. Didn't fancy my chances anyway. Most important thing is my starters are fit for the Premier League games. Like I said, bigger fish to fry, and there's my answer. I'd rather win the Conference League than the Carabao Cup. Back to the Premier League, and hoping to get back to winning ways following game. Maresca's Chelsea coming to Devon. 100% starts the season with 4 wins in 4. And if we can win this game, I think my decision to rest all of my players for that Wednesday night clash at the Etihad in the League Cup will certainly prove to be a wise decision. Chelsea next. Come on, the Pilgrims. You can't win them all. I mean, some people can, I can't, you know. So you got to be realistic about that fact. You know, if you're not at a level where you can compete for everything, you got to be sensible. You know, pick your battles. Where are your strengths? Where have you got your best and most realistic chance of success? And what are you willing to sacrifice in order to go after that? Not just advice for career mode seasons, but life as well. As Taylor does really well there. And we shall get the danger clear. Nathan Wood through to Fernandes. Out wide is Robert Barr. Oh, see you later. His feet are so good. He could open up an OnlyFans account and I'd be simping after him. Robert Barr. Kante. Should have made it 1-0. Should have made it 1-0. Headers are so bad since the patch. I scored the occasional one, but they're nowhere near as effective. Wood! First in green for Nathan Wood, and the kid out of the academy opens the scoring. I really wish his growth was quicker, as Cole Palmer has slipped through and pops it in bottom corner for a really quick goal. His growth has been slow since I recalled him. He's had that slight potential downgrade. I mentioned before, that's why it's not advisable to bring players back in January. But for Wood, I felt I needed to. And he was great when he came back. He's had a great start to the season as well. But Chelsea level, 1-1. Igarova for Chelsea into Mark Pubil. Good young player in, as he finds Palmer. Speaking of good young players, what a ball! And Coops denies Nicholas Jackson on the closeout. How good is Cole Palmer? I mean, what a player. Seriously, what a player he is. And I know it seems a bit obvious to keep saying that from what we've seen since he's joined Chelsea, but seriously, man, when you think about his age as well, what a future England and Chelsea have got there. As Afaiki is beaten, and Jackson is denied by Cooper for a second time. Still tied at 1-1. I think this will be our first game in the Premier League without a win here. I'm sensing it. Yep, 22, Cole Palmer. So young, but what I like about him a lot is the fact that he's got such great decision-making at such an early age. And that's the kind of thing that normally a player develops in their later years, but Cole's already got it. And I think that one of the reasons why is because he's been trusted with so much responsibility at Chelsea. So he's had to develop that. As Coops makes a great save, but who's there to turn in the rebound? First loss of the season, and it's courtesy of Chelsea And mainly, that man, do the shiver. I love the celebration as well, man, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's been a tough game, to be fair. Really, really tough. And this could be free, and this will be the dagger. It's Jackson for the dagger. Well, I threw out back upside at the Etihad, thinking my starters be raring to go for this one. It could be 5 wins in 5. It looked like we were set for that after getting the early goal. But Plymouth collapsed, just like we did in the second half of last season. Let's not capitulate from here. Still, as we often say, everyone is going to have a loss from time to time. The most important thing is you pick yourself up directly on the back of it and move on to the next one, raring to go again, following contest. Another West London side, this time in the capital, Fulham at Craven Cottage. Come on, the Pilgrims. Remember, got to win that, got to win that, got to win that, got to be stronger. Got to be stronger. Is that a pen? It is. It is. Dragging on the shirt all the way through. And sometimes that's the thing. Even though the forward doesn't hit the deck, it's a clear infringement. He's being held all the way. And you can't complain about that, man. I think sometimes fans can be deceived as what a pen that is. If a player doesn't hit the deck, they just assume there can't be an infringement. But for a moment like that, it's a clear pen. Oh man, where have I seen this story before? Plymouth flying out the blocks and then collapsing. Come on. Come on. Got to do better. He's on there. I don't know why you're putting your arms up, lads. He's clearly on. And what a save that is. Come on, don't need to win this game, but the longer a losing run goes on, the harder it is to snap it. Good tackle. It's a clear foul. I was going to say a clear foul. It's not. It's a clean tackle is what I meant to say. And that's a better finish, Mr. Kante. And Plymouth back on level terms. Right, come on. Instant response. I like that. Falling behind early, but since then, all on the offensive. You have 2 choices when you stumbled out the blocks and conceded early. Capitulate and recede into yourself, or go on the offensive and try and get back on level terms instantly. What's that old saying? Fortune favours the brave? It definitely does here in the capital. Uwono allowed to go all the way. It's the post. And Fulham get it clear. It's all Plymouth, man. It's all Plymouth. That second goal is coming. There's no doubt about that. I'll be shocked if we don't take the lead within the next 15-20 minutes. Bar to Hackney. Little hezzy there to find Nathan Wood. How's your ball, mate? Very good. How's your touch, Kante? Very good. How's your finish, Kante? We know that's very good. And right on cue, there it is. Plymouth in front from a trailing position. Putting it right after stumbling out the blocks. Anyone can do that, so long as you work hard. Yeah, what a response this has been from Plymouth. Absolutely fantastic. And, you know, going to Rome on Thursday night, first ever European game, I did not want to enter that on the back of 3 straight losses. Thankfully, that is probably not going to be the case now. And if we get a 3rd goal, that would do it. Mateus Fernandes for Kante, on for his first hat-trick of the season here. It's Ibrahim Kante, looking to bend one, off the crossbar. Second time we hit the woodwork. We could file that result under resilient comeback wins. When we fell behind early, there was a danger we capitulate and fall apart like we did many times last season. We're a different team this year. Turned it round, got the 3 points, back to winning ways. And that's what we'll need to do if we're to finish top 4 come the end of the season and win our first ever European honour. Following game, Thursday night, first European game at the Save. I always say there are milestones you hit in an RTG career mode. This is one of them. The first time you play a European game. And our European debut away in Rome against AS Roma. Let's start off with the 3 points in Italy. Come on, the Pilgrims. Board expectation this year is to reach the final, and that's my minimum expectation. I want to win it, and I think we should be targeting the win as well. I know it's our first of a year in Europe. That might sound overly ambitious, but I would say with the quality of teams and the quality team we're becoming. Oh, Coops, what a save. Yeah, we should be targeting the silverware. Well, that was one difficult start to the league phase. Didn't get a sniff in the entire game, and in the end had to grind out a 0-0. But to be fair, Rome away in the opening league phase game. There's worse results than goalless draws. I'll take it. Still only 1 win in our last 4 in all competitions now. Struggling patch for Plymouth. Need to get back on the winning wagon and winning consistently. Following contest back in Devon for this one. Manchester United coming to Home Park. Come on, the Pilgrims. Yeah, come on, Plymouth. Come on. We all know the overpowerness of form. A tough game to return to winning ways in here as well. Manchester United with a star-studded lineup. Oh, what a slip-through ball. And what a finish. Nathan Wood to Ibrahim Kante. Academy boys linking up. That was a brilliant ball and a better finish. Early lead for Plymouth. He's just so big, look at him. He's so physically imposing. He just needs to grow. And I don't mean physical growth, he's done enough of that. I just mean get your technicals up, son, and you are a superstar midfielder in the making. And this is a superstar, no longer in the making. And maybe not the full package, but he's almost there. Unstoppable. To Fernandes. Kante on for a first half hat-trick here. But he's still a team player, says Mateus. Get your first in the season. Good save. Still leading by 2, but what a response this has been. Goalless in Rome, but tonight, 2 goals up before the break. Could have been 3 there. Back to winning ways and back on track with back-to-back league wins as Kante bags a brace. 2-0 win against Manchester United, going back into pole position. But the only way we stay there is if we keep on winning. Let's do one more and we'll end on now. Yep, final game, going for our 3rd win in a row in the league and 3rd win in 4 in all competitions. Struggling Nottingham Forest away at the City ground as we aim to stay in pole position to start the campaign off. Let's not slow down. Come on, the Pilgrims. Easy. Oh, what a rocket. Morgan gives White with the opener, and Forest, I think, winless to start the season off. Well, they won't be if they hold on to this because they're in front 31 in. Wow, that was not in the script. Okay, alright, plenty of time. We came from behind against Fulham. We can do it again. Oh, come on. Can't mess that one up. Thank you very much for the quick opportunity, and we will take it. 9 for the season for Kante, somersaulting for joy and firing in the leveller on that weaker right foot. Last season missed out on the golden boot by 5 to Kai Havertz at Liverpool. This year he is going for it and on flames to start the campaign. But the most important thing is winning. Need to find a second now. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. I've said this before and I stand by it too. Individual awards to me have very... Oh, what a finish! Very little standing. It's all about the team trophies over individual awards. But for Kante, he says, no, I want the golden boot. 10 in the season already. What a finish. What a... I should have got a replay for that. I don't normally show the replays, but I should have done for that. That was an incredible bit of technique. Oh, he's just having fun. He's just having fun. Come on! And just like an encourage, Plymouth come from behind to lead. On the back of that loss to Chelsea, Plymouth's superstar could have started to fall apart, but instead, we've done what we needed to do. And this man is just too good. It is 11 for the season already for the King, and Plymouth come from behind to thrash Forest and make a statement at the City ground. This season, top 4 is our expectation and we'll be going for it. And as things stand, we're not just top 4, we're top 1. And that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So massive thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll return in the next one with more games in the Premier League, aiming to extend our fantastic start to the season, and match days 2, 3 and possibly 4 in the Conference League, looking for our first ever European wins in club history. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of the RTG Career Mode very soon.